Now on CoastTV News.
A development denied. The Overfall Preserve remains a battleground between preservation and progress.
The price to park in Bethany Beach, it could go up.
Work continues on the Millsboro bypass even in this weather.
And I'm tracking a few snow showers and flurries through the evening. A beautiful Friday before some of the coldest air of the season arrives, with some snow chances as well. I'll break it all down in my full forecast here in minutes.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Open land in Lewes. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with a denied development decision.
If you've driven on Savannah Road, you've probably seen the open land known as the Overfall Preserve, and plans to develop this parcel began in 2021. Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken shows us, though, how people are reacting to the plans for those 90 townhomes being shot down.
12 acres of land covered in snow. The plan for the property, known as the Overfall Preserve, was to become 90 townhouses. After a Lewes Planning Commission meeting, that plan has been denied for now. Mark Carr is happy about that. He hopes the land never gets developed.
It's the traffic, and it's also the loss of farmland. I mean, because that land that's been there has been farmed for decades. And so at what point do you stop this development?
The Planning Commission says there are traffic issues and not enough interconnectivity. But in a statement to Coast TV, one developer of the land said that's not true and that they are extremely disappointed with the Lewes Planning Commission. Carol Gardner is one of the property owners. At first she was against the development, but now she thinks the process is taking too long.
I don't think they're coming up with valid questions. I think it's just like a stall to me. It's, we'll just have another meeting. And I mean, this stall is hurtful, it's expensive, and they need to get it done. You're not going to stop development at this point, so why even try?
The snow-covered fields of the Overfall Preserve remain in limbo. In Lewes, I'm Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Now, public comments about this land are still being accepted, and the Lewes Planning Commission will reconvene on January 29th. And it's worth noting that the news of Overfall Preserve being denied comes after a Sussex County councilman, Matt Lloyd, decided to table his proposal for a moratorium that would have stopped new developments in agricultural zones for 12 months. The recently sworn-in council member is still looking to introduce it eventually. The decision comes after receiving a lot of backlash during Tuesday's county council meeting.
Let's go ahead and take a live look outside right now into the Laurel area. You can still see blankets of snow out there as we check in with our first alert meteorologist, Chris Mastrobuono. Chris, what are we in for the next few days?
Hey there, Charlie. We're going to see a little bit of a mixed bag here. We're tracking a few snow showers here through the evening. We've had a few that have passed through already, some flurries as well, not amounting to much, but you can see there is more snow shower activity back through western Pennsylvania as well as western Maryland, and that will be moving through this evening. Temperature-wise, certainly cold enough for snow. We are right around the freezing mark. We've had gloomy conditions for most of the day. And now we are, though, tracking a beautiful Friday. Temperatures are going to be pushing the 40-degree mark, kind of an indicator of how cold it's been and how cold it's going to be, that we're going to be happy for a 40-degree temperature. And a topsy-turvy weekend, a mild, wet start, but a very cold and potentially snowy finish. And then we talk about some of the coldest air so far this season. We're going to be dealing with sub-zero wind chills. I'll have all the details of when those arrive coming up my full 7-day forecast here in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Chris. A Bethany Beach committee is evaluating the idea to raise the price of parking in town, always a hot topic. Coast TV News reporter Brandon Ferguson is live in Bethany Beach. Brandon, you spoke with committee members and with Bethany locals.
Charlie, with all these parking meters covered up now and conversations starting for prices to possibly rise for parking here in Bethany Beach, by the time you take a summer trip to Bethany Beach and these covers are off, you could be paying more. The Bethany Beach Finance Committee says raising parking prices from $3 to $3.50 an hour would generate an additional $649,000. Money the committee says the town needs to even out their summer expenses. Some people in Bethany Beach say a cheap trip to the beach is just a thing of the past.
It's a lot of money to park. If you buy a house outside of Bethany, you have to realize that it's going to cost a lot of money to come and sit on the beach.
When I spoke with a member of the Finance Committee after the meeting, she said this idea of raising the price for parking still has to go through multiple Finance Committee meetings and eventually a Town Council meeting before anything can be applied to these meters. In Bethany Beach, Brandon Ferguson, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Brendan. This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what do you think the best way to improve revenue in beach towns is?
Let's take a look at the results so far. Take a look at your screen. It's changing as we look at it. Now, 59% say they should just cut town expenses. 25% say raise parking fees. 8% say raise water fees, and 8% say attract more visitors.
But as you saw, the numbers were changing. They're going to continue changing today. You can be a part of that. Go vote at coasttvnews.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
After 15 months, a deal ending the fighting between Israel and Hamas is set. But Israeli approval has been delayed by 1 day. NBC's Alice Barr shows us how, with the truce being very fragile, any setback is unwelcomed. But officials say the deal will begin on Sunday as planned and hostages will start to come.
With the Gaza ceasefire and hostage deal set to take effect this weekend, the U.S. and partners urgently working to resolve an 11th hour snag.
I am confident, and I fully expect that implementation will begin, as we said, on Sunday.
Israeli cabinet members pushing a vote to approve the agreement back to tomorrow, with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu accusing Hamas of reneging on parts of the deal, Hamas maintaining it's committed to the agreement.
This is not an issue that is going to derail the whole implementation.
The fragile truce is set to roll out in 3 phases. Over the first 6 weeks, the fighting stops. Desperately needed aid surges into Gaza, and Israeli troops withdraw to a border buffer zone while exchanging Palestinian prisoners for 33 women, children, elderly, and injured hostages held in Gaza, including 2 Americans, a man in his 60s and a young father wounded in the October 7th Hamas attack. His father describing the image that keeps him going.
Sagi entering some room or a hallway somewhere, I hope and pray on his own 2 feet. And his 3 little girls now, one of whom he's never met, run and leap into his arms.
Israeli soldiers, other male hostages, and the remains of those killed would be released in later phases. Among them, 23-year-old American Israeli Hirsch Goldberg Poland.
This deal could have and should have happened a long time ago. We'll wrestle with that timing for the rest of our lives.
More than 46,000 killed in Gaza, according to local health officials, and the Israeli strikes continue. This little boy pulled from the wreckage overnight, rescued as negotiators race to save the deal that could end the devastation. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And on Monday, January 20th, tune in to NBC's coverage of the presidential inauguration of Donald Trump right here on Coast TV. Coverage begins at 10 a.m.
Heading closer to home now, you're taking a look at the progress of the Millsboro Bypass Project. The project is expected to be 2 miles long with 4 bridges, including one that goes over a pond. The goal is to alleviate traffic in the downtown area and hopefully get you home quicker. It's always a good thing. But one local thinks a statewide bypass project would better help the traffic in Millsboro and beyond.
People are coming from different states, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and all that, coming down here. That's bringing more traffic. And then you got to remember the summer beach traffic is always here. So if you don't accommodate it for the whole year, it's never going to catch up.
The project is expected to be open to the public in September.
New today, the north side of Milton may have even more new business coming. We've reported multiple stories of proposed businesses which will transform that side of the town. Here's the area we're talking about on Broadkill Road. It already has a number of new businesses that were built there. Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy is live there to tell us about the newest proposal.
Maddie, right here on Broadkill Road, we've already seen an explosion in businesses. And if you look right behind me, a self-storage center is being built as we speak. And right in that back corner, next to the Food Lion, the strip mall, there's been a contested McDonald's built as well. Now follow me right this way. You'll see that open field. That's where the Dunkin' is going. And in today's news, a new Dairy Queen might also find their way over to that spot. When I spoke with someone in Milton, he said the more choices, the better.
I'd much rather be closer to, the more choices I have nearby, the better. Some people get hung up on signage and stuff, and sure, this is a historic town, but ultimately I think choice is the most important thing.
The Milton Planning and Zoning Commission will meet next week to discuss their plans for this project. In Milton, Brendan Conroy, CoastTV News.
Still to come, an ongoing scam targeting Queen Anne's County community. How the sheriff's office says you can protect yourself from this growing threat.
Well, we're seeing those gloomy skies out there. 31 in Dover. Expect a few snow showers and flurries through the evening before some nice sunshine breaks out into our Friday. We'll talk about some snow, though, over the weekend. My full forecast.
First, presidential visits on the peninsula. We look at Delmarva's history under the commander-in-chief. Up next.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Roar with confidence on your wedding day with Tiffersons. No matter your style, we have the experience to ensure you get your desired look. Carefully crafting gorgeous hairstyles and elegant makeup for you and your bridal party. Pamper yourself ahead of time. Tiffersons is a full-service salon in West Ocean City, offering color, haircuts, extensions, nails, massage, facials, spray tans, and waxing. Head to Tiffersons.com for a free bridal guide to help you start planning for your flawless wedding day.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you, too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Experience unparalleled dining at Benvenuto, where the finest wines in Delaware elevate every meal. Choose from an exceptional wine list, which has earned Wine Spectator Award of Excellence 3 years in a row. Savor the perfect pairing of these exquisite wines with our internationally inspired dishes, crafted from fresh, local ingredients. Immerse yourself in our captivating atmosphere, highlighted by a breathtaking Tuscan design. Join our wine club, bourbon spirit club, or dessert club, and indulge in private tastings along with exclusive member benefits. Benvenuto Restaurant in Milford.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
While Rehoboth Beach is known as the nation's summer capital, it's not the only community in our area to host a visit from the leader of the free world. And in this week's Coastal Connections, Matt Pensick takes us through some of the history of the trips made by past presidents of the United States.
As Joe Biden is wrapping up the end of his term as president, we still expect to see scenes like this. A retired Biden taking a walk on the beach near his North Shore's home. No man before, during, or potentially after serving as president has visited Delmarva as often as Biden. Then again, no other had a home on our peninsula. Several other members of the exclusive presidential club have spent time in our area. This is a 1909 photo of Teddy Roosevelt in Georgetown. Now, considering the clothing and that there are leaves on the trees in the background, this trip to the Sussex County seat was likely after Roosevelt left office in March of that year. In June of 1922, Warren G. Harding made a one-day trip that spanned nearly the entire state of Delaware. This is his stop in Milford as thousands lined the street to greet the president. According to the New York Times, Harding made stops in Georgetown, Harbison, and Cool Spring before boarding the presidential yacht anchored at the breakwater in Lewes and sailing off to end his trip. Richard Nixon made several trips during his time as vice president and later as president. Most were visits to his good friend John J. Williams at the Delaware Senator's cottage in Rehoboth Beach. Just before winning a landslide election in 1972, Nixon made a trip to Assateague Island as a guest of Whaleyville native and former chair of the Federal Reserve, Thomas McCabe. In the early days of his campaign for president, Jimmy Carter made a visit to Georgetown where, according to newspaper reports, he spoke about farming and the price of grain. Bill Clinton spent the 2000 Memorial Day weekend on Assateague. Part of that visit included an announcement that directed the Departments of Commerce and Interior to create a national mission for managing beaches and marine habitat. In 2016, then-candidate Donald Trump spoke at a jam-packed Stephen Decatur High School gym, hitting on one of his favorite talking points.
For creating jobs as a president, honestly, you either have that instinct or you don't.
The man who beat Trump in 2020, Joe Biden, now has more time to spend and take in all that comes with living near the ocean. With Coastal Connections, I'm Matt Pensick.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
New year, new bath. Bring in 2025 with big savings from Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Right now, get 20% off all upgrades, plus save 25% on your entire bathroom project. Baths by Spicer Brothers can bring your vision to life with safe and accessible tub-to-shower conversions.
Our factory certified team guarantees 5-star professional installation completed in as little as 1 day.
Call today and save 20% off all upgrades and 25% off your entire bathroom project.
Baths by Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
Welcome to Beach Barrels. No matter where you're from, everyone is a local. Fun times and good vibes await with a wide variety of craft brews, plus our award-winning Primo Hoagies made fresh daily. Dance the night away at the best live music venue in Ocean City. And there's never a bad seat to catch your favorite sports team. Dine in or relax on our outside deck with comfortable seating and beautiful palm trees for a cozy, tropical atmosphere. Beach Barrels open 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. at 132nd and Coastal Highway.
Happy New Year from the dealership that puts you, the customer, first in everything we do. First State Chevrolet in Georgetown.
Rates as low as 2.4% and $2,000 off on this new 2025 Chevy Silverado.
Save over $3,000 on this 2024 Chevrolet Blazer. Sales, service, parts, body shop, and towing all in one convenient location in Georgetown, 1 mile north of the DMV.
We are First State Chevy in Georgetown, where we put you, the customer, first. Together, let's drive.
Last granny standing. She says she has to hide out in her own house. She's been ordered to evacuate, but she says she's not going anywhere. Next, Inside Edition.
Today at 5:30 on Coast TV.
The competition heats up.
Ain't no party like a Jeopardy party.
Jeopardy Champions Wildcard.
All bets are off. Anything can happen.
Thursday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
Your child deserves the best. When your child is sick, every moment counts. And the team at Tidal Health Pediatrics understands the urgency of such situations. Whether it's a sudden fever, a troubling cough, or another pediatric ailment, your child will be seen when they need it most. Schedule your child's appointment now at tidalhealth.org/findapediatrician. Or call 410-912-5785 because your child's health is our top priority. Tidal Health Pediatrics, compassionate care when you need it most.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
Well, I'll tell you, if you thought this week was cold, next week is trending even colder. Some of the coldest air we've seen so far this winter. As we take a live look into Ocean City, looking out into the Atlantic there, some high clouds. We're at 31 degrees there, so we're below the freezing mark throughout most of Delmarva, and we are expecting a few snow showers through the evening. We're at 32 Rehoboth, 30 in Salisbury, and 31 in Seaford. We have a small craft advisory up both the Delaware coast that runs through 9 tomorrow morning. Further to the south through Ocean City and Chicotee, that is up through 10 a.m. And then along the Bayside, that runs through noon tomorrow, where those areas could see some winds up to 25 miles an hour. So we had a few flakes this afternoon, not amounting to much. Some snow showers, some flurries, and you could see some more scattered snow showers back off to the west, pushing through Pennsylvania as well as western Maryland. And that is all advancing eastward as this area of low pressure passes to our north. But we have southwesterly winds that are going to be building in tomorrow as high pressure settles in, and we're going to see a bit of a thaw here over the next 2 days before that cold air really works in. So once the snow showers clear, we'll see clear skies overnight falling into the mid-20s. So there's a few snow showers rolling in by about 8, 9 o'clock. You can see pushing into Milton as well as Rehoboth Beach. Not expecting much as far as accumulation is concerned, but by midnight, that expecting to clear the coast. And we are in for a beautiful afternoon tomorrow after a cold start. We'll see some wind chills in the teens for a brief period of time tomorrow morning, but sunshine, southwesterly winds, and we're going to touch that 40-degree mark, and that's going to feel pretty nice as we get into the afternoon under wall-to-wall sunshine, and that's going to be really the nicest day here. Even though we'll be at 46 on Saturday, it's going to be a mild day, but a damp one at that, and you can see how the way the temperatures really plunge as we go into next week. So that warm front lifts through on Saturday, so not a complete washout. We're going to be dealing with some light to moderate rainfall throughout the afternoon into the early evening hours, but that front stalls off the coast. We see an area of low pressure develop, and as Arctic air is crashing to the coast, we should see a precipitation shield break out. Could see some sleet and rain go over to a period of snow after about 4 o'clock on Sunday and continue through Sunday evening. It's going to be a quick hitting system because by about 9-10 o'clock, that system is out of here and those strong northwesterly winds are going to be kicking in. Generally thinking about 1 inch to as much as 2 inches, but we'll continue to fine tune this through the weekend. There you see that Arctic air mass, and this is certainly going to mean business. Wind chills are going to be between -5 to -10, really between about Tuesday and Wednesday. Betty Raymond, our winner of our Paul Davis umbrella from Rehoboth Beach. Congratulations there. Boy, this is going to be a cold inauguration day, the coldest since 1985. We have Martin Luther King Day as well, and look at some of those overnight lows dipping into the single digits through Wednesday.
All right, Chris, thank you. If you live in Queen Anne's County, you're going to want to hear this story. The sheriff is warning locals about a sextortion scam. Scammers are sending threatening emails, falsely claiming to have explicit footage of the recipient. They then demand Bitcoin payments and threaten to share the footage if ignored. The sheriff's office says these emails often include personal details to create urgency and fear. If you receive one, the sheriff says do not respond or pay. Officials say block the sender and file a complaint with the Internet Crime Complaint Center.
Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network, your game of the night at 6:30. Cape will take on Stephen Decatur in boys basketball, followed by the final score at 10:30. And on the DSN Plus app at 5:30, watch Chrisfield against Washington in girls basketball. In boys basketball at 5:45, you can watch Laurel play Lake Forest. And at 7 p.m., Smyrna will take on Sussex Tech.
Coming up, the clock is ticking to save TikTok before it goes dark. How the White House is trying to step in. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Give your backyard a cozy enhancement with patio systems in Lewes, Delaware. Integrity is the pillar of our craft. With quality craftsmanship to transform your yard or deck into a custom oasis, providing you comfort all year round. Take control of the elements with the Shore's best selection of pergolas, retractable awnings, screen and glass enclosures, and a wide selection of modern decking and railing systems personalized your way. For exceptional workmanship at reasonable prices, contact Patio Systems, your backyard living specialist. Locally owned and operated since 2001.
Sponsored by Patio Systems, where integrity is the pillar of our craft.
Accidents happen when you least expect them. Big or small, when accidents strike, things can get a little complicated. This is where the law office of Trapp Nickel steps in. Our experienced team fights for your rights, turning tough situations into significant compensation. If you've suffered an injury, claim the justice you're entitled to. The law office of Trapp Nickel. Your priority is our priority.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
Warm spring days are right around the corner, and Tyndall's has everything you need to create your own outdoor getaway. Browse the latest in outdoor furniture styles arriving now. Planning an outdoor oasis? Visit our showrooms in Laurel and Lewis to custom order for spring and summer arrival. Shop the best manufacturers like Polywood, Casual Comfort, and Telescope, all proudly made in the USA. In-stock furniture is on sale now. We can hold it until spring or take advantage of our white glove delivery service. Tyndall's Casual Furniture, Delmarva's outdoor furniture experts.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy, because crawl space problems won't get better with time. but they will get better with us.
Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
TikTok may get some extra ticks to talk to avoid going dark. 3 people familiar with the Biden administration say officials are considering ways to keep the Chinese-owned app available if a ban goes into effect on Sunday. The Supreme Court has yet to rule on the constitutionality of the ban, which received bipartisan support. If the Biden administration moves forward with a plan to delay the ban, it would defer the issue to Donald Trump, who will be inaugurated on Monday.
The Food and Drug Administration has banned the use of red dye number 3 in food, beverages, and ingested drugs. This comes more than 3 decades after scientists linked the dye to cancer in animals. Red dye 3 is a synthetic color additive made from petroleum. You heard that right. Used to give foods and drinks a bright red color. Manufacturers using it in food have until January 2027 to reformulate their products.
CoastTV is your home for Eagles NFL divisional round playoff action. I'll be watching that game on Sunday. The Birds are home taking on the LA Rams. Coverage here begins on CoastTV at 2, kickoff at 3.
I'm going to say it. Go Rams. Here's a live look into Laurel after the break. One more look with Eagles fan Chris after this.
Don't miss the in-store warehouse clearance sale at Johnny Janosic. Get up to 70% off store-wide, plus take an extra 10% off everything. And get no interest till 2027 for a limited time only at Johnny Janosic.
I'm here for one reason, and that's to help the innocent.
You got your work cut out for you.
Just get me enough to arrest. I'll take it from there. Justice, real justice. That's a glorious thing.
SVU, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
When a person goes missing, time is not on our side.
There is a madman out there whose only mission is to get to you.
Over here! It's not over.
Ring in 2025 with a new roof from Spicer Brothers. Right now, get 20% off materials, plus save 25% on your entire roofing project. Our expert team is dedicated to providing unmatched customer service and quality craftsmanship. It's the perfect time to upgrade your home and start the year strong. So don't miss out on the 2025 savings with 20% off materials and 25% off your entire roofing project. Visit SpicerBros.com or call now to schedule your free consultation. Make Spicer Brothers your New Year's resolution because you deserve the best.
Are you suffering from hair loss? Maybe you need to cut a few pounds. Ready to start dating again? Well, here at East Coast Plumbing, Heating and Air, we can help you with none of that.
But what we can help you with is plumbing repairs, drain cleaning, tub and showers, water heaters, air conditioning, heat pumps, gas furnaces, and sewer and water main replacements. Stop dealing with chamois that don't work and call Delmarva's top service provider.
East Coast Plumbing, Heating and Air!
Or find us online at eastcoastplumbing247.com. Forget about it.
Time to see Matt the Carpet Guy. Wait, what happened to the store? The people of Delmarva have been tricked into thinking they can't buy the flooring they want. At Matt the Carpet Guy, we bring style back to your home with a wide selection of LVP starting at $1.99 and tons of carpet options. We have the color and the style at the right price. Wow, there really is no place like Matt the Carpet Guy.
Matt the Carpet Guy, magically affordable.
Don't miss the in-store warehouse clearance sale at Johnny Janosic. Get up to 70% off store-wide, plus take an extra 10% off everything. And get no interest till 2027 for a limited time only at Johnny Janosic.
Well, I know it doesn't look like it much now, but we are expecting mostly sunny skies by tomorrow. A cold start, see some wind chills in the teens, but by the afternoon we're at 40. Mostly sunny skies, maybe a good day to wash that salt-corroded car you might be having. Get your forecast anytime by dialing our First Alert Weather phone. Now we're up to 46 tomorrow at Saturday, a damp day with some showers, but we're keeping a close eye on Sunday where we have that yellow alert. We could be dealing with a round of some light snow by Sunday evening, and that bitterly cold air works in wind chill sub-zero Tuesday through Wednesday.
All right, Chris, thank you. And thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great night.